We will occupy. And we've completed the Opportunity Glimmers mission. Mission issued, from each according to their ability. My lord, the generals under your command are talented individuals, each with an array of skills that they can put to use in improving your realm. In each commandery they can be sent on assignments to oversee and improve the infrastructure, both military and civic, of all your lands. Each character has different qualities to bring to these endeavours, so inspect your options carefully. Send any character on an assignment. That will increase our credibility further. Alright, we've taken the Yangzhou livestock farm. Now, the city of Yangzhou has quite a sizable garrison, because it's a small city just like Yingchuan is. Killed in battle, Shun Yu. Okay, so Shun Yu died. The enemy guy, that is. I am so excited, Doomsday. Like, I've been waiting for this game since Dynasty Warriors was a thing, since Dynasty Warriors 3, so like 15 years I've wanted a Total War game set in this time. Right, can we... No, you can't go anywhere this turn. Right, let's take a look at diplomacy. Apparently Liu Dai and Yuan Shao like us, but everybody else is kind of questionable. Would anybody peace with us? Dongmin might do, but that's fine. Hongzhou and Liu Dai would give us non-aggression pacts, but I'm not sure I'm worried about that right now either. Okay. Whoops. Alright, I don't think there's anything else we can do for this turn. We just have to kind of hope that Tianfeng gets the message and pisses off. Otherwise we might have to sacrifice Zhu Shou to protect Chun. Okay, well, he's gone around Chun. Yuan Shao declared war on Gao Gan. The death of Cao Song! Word has reached you that your beloved father, Cao Song, has been ambushed and murdered by the vile Tao Jian. There will be a time for grieving later, but for now your advisors are calling for you to act. So we can either do what Cao Cao did in history, follow the story. This was a historical occurrence. That's why the red marker's there. And crush them, which will declare war on Tao Chen. Or we can bide our time, which improves relations with Tao Chen. Now, historically, Cao Cao did declare war on Tao Chen and basically began like a scorched earth invasion of Tao Chen's lands. But just because we're role-playing doesn't mean we have to follow every story decision, right? Like, we can role-play what-ifs, as long as we still feel like we're behaving like Cao Cao. And it's arguable that the reason Cao Cao invaded Tao Qian was not actually because he was like that mad about his father. The circumstances were actually, it wasn't Tao Qian's fault. It was some of his men who were former bandits that were sent to protect Cao Song on his way to Cao Cao, and they killed him and robbed him instead. And then, but it's argued that Cao Cao's whole invasion was basically to justify taking Tao Qian's lands. I don't think we can minimize this, but Tao Qian is over there, on the other side of like the yellow turbans and stuff. You can relate to that in the way you've been waiting for a game like Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts for ages. Yeah, man, when you get a game like that, you knew the concept before the game designer knew the concept. Like, the level of excitement is just so much higher than just any normal game. Like, I love Total War games, and I'm always excited when new ones come out. I was very excited for Rome 2, I was excited for Warhammer, but having wanted the Three Kingdoms Total War game for over a decade, I cannot like explain how exciting this is. I don't know what to do here. I don't know who Tao Chen is in alliances and stuff with. I mean, I also can't get to him directly. Like, I would have to go through other people's lands. I'm tempted to bide our time. Tempted to bide our time. Because we can't get to him directly anyway, so it feels like the Cao Cao choice would be he will pay, but we're not in a position to strike him right now. So we're going to bide our time. Tiao Chen will pay, exactly, but grief will not force you into rashness, so you decided to build up your armies before retaliating. Whoops, I just clicked over there. Yeah, we'd have to go through Wang Long or Huang Xiao or somebody, which would be less than ideal. Right. Let's move Cao Cao's army back to Chun Livestock Farm so that Tianfeng has fewer options. And then we will end the turn. I think I might have missed some thingies on the side there. Okay, Tianfeng is running south. Alright. Character developments. Characters available. Dou Fu, Jian Yong, Wei You, and Li Ru, Dong Zhuo's son-in-law and chief advisor. Cowardly, artful, and perceptive. Fan Chou and Li Ru, both former Dong Zhuo officers. Past loyalties: Dong Min from 192 to 192. Li Ru Dong Min from 186 to 190. So what's he been doing for the last 2 years? Decreases ambition to gain independence as an administrator, gives minus 10 morale, extra chance of him evading capture. Public order in administrated commandery, maximum cover when spying, extra chance of capturing enemy officers, and plus 10% line of sight. I'm tempted to try and, you know, get Li Ru actually. And it's already, the paranoia about is he a spy is already setting in. Right. Tianfeng. He's in march stance. I don't think we can get him, but we'll try. Oh, we can get him.
战斗就在眼前，注意每支军队的部
Decisive
队类
victory,
型和
predicted
规模，
casualties low.
认清攻守
So we'll
双
just
方，
delegate this.
从而制定合理的。
胜负定当如此。
Bit of extra cashola, and we captured Tianfeng! I am fonder of my head than I am loyal to this faction. Allow me to join you and I will serve you well. He's 48. He's spiteful, competitive and bright. Admires intelligence, commends flexibility. Accepts competitiveness, admires ambition. Supports cruelty. Unsympathetic to the sick, weak and debilitated. Wow, Tianfeng, you're a bit of a dick. He is bright though. We don't make a lot of money. Let's release him and just spare my life and I will be indebted to you. Off you
没
go.
关系，放了他们吧。
And we will ransom his troops and get a bit more money.
一群无名小卒而已，本就该是如此。
Well, unfortunately for him, he's still in the
团结
way.
一心，释放愤怒
Well, we
吧。
can't get him this turn anyway. Then we need another reform. Who did Cao Cao support historically? Himself. So the Three Kingdoms period was basically like the ruling Han dynasty fell to pieces over various different complicated things, disasters, rebellions, corruption, assassinations. Like there was all kinds of stuff that led to it. But essentially, where the game picks up Doomsday is where every warlord basically realised, I have a chance to seize power. Now, Cao Cao, whether or not it was true, he made a show of supporting the Han. Like, everything he claimed to be doing was for the Han. And he never got rid of the Child Emperor once he took possession, he took custody of the Child Emperor and kept him as the emperor until he died. It wasn't until Cao Cao died and Cao Cao's son Cao Pi took over. Cao Cao, interestingly enough, said to Cao Pi, when I die, don't call me an emperor, don't call yourself an emperor, and don't bury me in an imperial tomb. And then Cao Cao died, and Cao Pi called Cao Cao an emperor, called himself an emperor, made the child emperor, who was then a grown-up, abdicate, and buried Cao Cao in an imperial tomb. So, you know, everything he was told not to do. Convict drafts. Unlocks peasant raiders. Huh. Don't think we really need those though. Military markets, increased military supply. Bureau of Banditry. That gives improved public order. And unlocks a rural county administration. Register of land and population. Increased income from peasantry. Increased income from commerce. Available trade agreements. I feel like military markets. The battlefield is a land of plenty for those seeking a sword, a helmet, and even coin. Gives us increased military supplies. That's probably not a bad idea. I mean, his son wasn't stupid. He was definitely not as good as Cao Cao. But, yeah, he definitely didn't listen. That's for sure. Alright, there. Now we've got a second save. I always do 3 rotating saves in case something happens. And that'll be the end of Spring 193. Tianfeng is running away to the north. The fall of the tyrant empire.
随着贸易实力的增长，
You shush. Two former generals of Dongzhuo's faction, Guo Si and Li Jue, have rebelled in the capital, sowing further chaos within the tyrant's faction. So there's now a civil war in Dongmin's faction. Alright, both Yangzhou and Yingchuan are difficult attacks for us to make. But we don't have any other directions that we're at war with. You know what? Let's move. Yeah, let's follow them. We will pursue Tianfeng for the time being. Now, we've got 2,200 troops. Hang on. We've gained a clay rat, which grants satisfaction. And we do still have that thing being a problem, I think. Or maybe we don't. Jusho. Right. What did the clay rat do? Grants extra authority. Alright, I'll save it for now. We've seen that. Right. Jusho.
远程部队最好留在战线后方，避免与敌军正面接
We
触。
could put Cao Ren
他们可
with
以从远处
Jusho,
进行骚扰，但是会在近战攻击中
Which
遭
we
受
will
巨
do.
大折损。
and then what I'm going to do is actually appoint Cao Ren the commander of the army. And we will keep them as they are for now. So that's an extra 5 units and 2 officers, which is a lot. Okie do. Go away, lady. What's this? Appointments. Cao Ren, yep. Yuan Shao! Yuan Shao has declared war on us! What? Yuan Shao? Why? What's your problem? What is your beef, sir? Wow. Well, okay. Dongmin will sign a peace deal with us if we pay him some money and make lots of regular payments and give him regular food and hand over our overseer. I'm not that desperate for peace with you, Dongmin. Oh, Tianfeng didn't go anywhere. Okay.
又一股势力举兵对你
Yuan
发起
Shao
战事，
declared war on Cao Cao.
让他们领教一下主公的本事。
And people of merit, Eugene, that's one of Cao Cao's officers, and Guo Si, one of Dong Zhuo's former officers, are now available to be recruited. What's this marker for? Oh, it's telling me that the army's still free to do stuff. Okay. Oh, I see. Tianfeng has encamped. I mean, he can't have many supplies left. He's definitely taking attrition, so... Oh, he's running away. Hello, Tianfeng. You are definitely
你要
done,
灵
mate.
活变通，精心规划。
夫之大治，应得 可以实现。
We will ransom their
希
troops.
望他们能记住我
And
的
I
恩
think we
德。
killed Tianfeng. Yeah, we did. Oathsworn! Xiahou and Cao Cao, we fought side by side in battle. Together we utterly devastated the enemy's forces. And also Xiahou and Xiahou are oathsworn. So Xiahou is actually oathsworn with both of them.
扬其真米，
That's
去
cool.
其必康。
Alright, let's switch to March stance because it's harvest
做
season.
好准备。团结一致。
And we want to get sorted out before winter. And then we will march with both armies on Yingchuan, I think. Although that is going to bring us closer to Yuan Shao. Actually, we should maybe look at diplomacy now that Yuan
为
Shao
了提
has
高外交地
changed
位
the，landscape a
你
bit.
需要用尽手段，可以从缔结互不侵犯条约开始积累信任，然后以贸易协定巩固关系。
Who are you at war with? You have a trade partner in Han Fu. You're at war with the Han Empire, Gao Gan, Huang Shao, Dongmin, and me. So is there anybody else that I can throw at him that would upset him?
你要怎样？
I mean, I could manipulate him to like me more, but I don't know if that would really help because we're already at war. Where's the proxy war thing? Instigate proxy war. What's that symbol? Faction capital. Hongzhou has an army right next to Chun farmland with He Yi. It's probably going to take it. Does this type of civil war happen every time there is a child emperor? Not every time, but typically speaking, China... There's a really good video also, although I will explain it. If you... Because you're on my Discord, if you go to the hashtag Let's Play Warlord voting and check out the oversimplified video, they really go into, like, they explain how child emperors were easily manipulated by court eunuchs and court ministers and stuff. And so not every time, but often yes, because the child emperor didn't have enough, well, credibility or, you know, anything, not enough authority to really undo what everybody else around them was doing. We can't make coalitions and alliances, can we? Oh, I mean, not with him. What if we said to Liu Dai, cannot negotiate while viewing another faction?
很高兴见到足下。
Okay, so we're not a high enough rank to make alliances and coalitions yet. I'm gonna sneeze again. Sorry guys, I am super sneezy today. You did miss the start stopper. We've actually been streaming for 3.5 hours if you do exclamation mark uptime. You should see how long we've been going, although we were not playing the game for the first hour because there were plenty of issues with launching it and stuff. Excuse me if I'm sniffing on stream, guys. I'm finding it difficult to mute the mic every single time because my nose is really playing up right now. I'll try and mute it for sneezing, but I might sniff. Otherwise, I'm just going to be turning it off and on again all the time. Alright, so let's... I do want Yingchuan. Although, arguably, Yangzhou is the same size. They're both small cities. And that one's further away from Yuanshao. So maybe we go that way. We can also upgrade Yangzhou's livestock farm.
意味着你将拥有领地内的所有资源，而人口和
Shush. This type of thing caused the fall of the Han, Ming and Qing empires. That makes a lot of sense. It was something that happened a lot in ancient China, like dynasties eventually just fell, and it was usually at a weak point. I think it was probably pretty rare for like an emperor that was powerful or smart or popular. Like an adult emperor would more likely have a stronger power base, so it makes sense that people waited until there was a child emperor. So for 1400 we can upgrade that livestock farm, which gives us an extra food production, although we're not struggling for food anyway. 20 extra income from peasantry, and increases the garrison, but we don't really need to do it yet. Alright, we are going to march south next turn and head towards Yangzhou. With both armies. And we'll just have to hope that... oh! Yuan Shu has occupied Luoyang. I can see that his face is now there. I was hoping I'd be able to grab it and restore it, but Yuan Shu's beat me to it. Yuan Shu, of course, different to Yuan Shao. That's Yuan Shu, that's Yuan Shao. Buildings. We have upgraded Chun to a small city. Hooray! And we've gained a clay ox. Okay. Let's switch into March stance. And move down to Chun. We're still in March stance. They're not replenishing, I'm guessing because they're in March stance. So we want to take them out of that in a minute. So Chun has grown.
人口增长带动经济发展，务必要维持。
You talk a lot, lady. It looks like Kongzhou has taken possession of Chun farmland. So, I say,
会影响和其他派系间
hey
的关系。
Kongzhou,
所以在攻击或羞辱他人时，务必注意，避免在外交上被孤立。
how do you do this?
妙。
Yeah, I want you to give me... Can you only hand over whole commanderies? Is that... Sure, that's not it. That's not how it works, right? Oh, there we go. Give me the farmland for Chun. What would you want for that? Oh, you would... Yeah, I figured you'd want... Is that Yangzhou? How do I see which territory that is? I mean, it is Yangzhou, but... Wait, what? Oh no, they would want the... Yeah, they would want the Chun livestock farm. No, that defeats the point, mate. Alright, what if we gave you... basically every penny that we have right now. That wouldn't particularly help. How much would you rate a military G? And a clay ox and a rat. Oh, shit! That'd be enough. Which one's that? The clay rat's not really worth all that much. Okay, so you would give us it though. I'd rather not give you the military G, but what if I... Oops. Hmm. Alright, I want to take the military G out. But we can make this work, Kongzhou, don't worry. What if I make you a regular payment of... You know what? It's most of my income for 10 turns, but we'll call it a flat 100. Means that we don't have to fight for uniting Chun Commandery. And we give you a clay rat and a clay ox that I don't care about. How's that sound? Awesome! My god! Like, I actually just negotiated to buy land. I am so happy that that works. I mean, it cost us a lot, but I think it was worth it. So now we own Chun farmland. And Kongzhou's little army can go somewhere else with Kongzhou and Shujing. Which now also means that we've secured the whole commandery of Chun. You know what? I quite like you, Kongzhou. Is there anything else that we can, like... Can we do anything else that... I suppose I could give you a non-aggression pact. Given that you did just hand me what looks like half of your land. I promise not to attack the other half. There you go. So does he now like us? Where's his opinion of me? Go away. Oh, well, I mean, we're bright green when we switch to him, so he clearly likes me. And I like him. Thanks for doing the legwork for me, Kongzhou. Okay. That's the end of the turn. Yangzhou is willing to give me a non-aggression pact and 1,100 gold if I give him the military G that I didn't want to give Kongzhou. But that's about half the amount of money that we gave in lump sum to Kongzhou, and it's a non-aggression pact with Yangzhou. So really, it's a good job we kept the G, and now we don't have the G. Art of the deal, guys. Art of the deal. Kongzhou running back to his farmland in Yangzhou. And it is now winter. Shush. Challenge issued. So challenges are not missions, you don't have to do them, but you know, they are an opportunity to push the story. Revenge is schemed against old adversaries. There is a corruption at the heart of the Tao family which can no longer be tolerated. To avoid betrayal now or in the future, their leader should be confronted and defeated as soon as possible. Defeat the following factions: Tao Qian. Which we may do, but we also may not do. Right. Cao Cao moved to Yangzhou livestock farm and start replenishing. It should take 1 turn-ish to get him sorted out. And then Cao Run, we will move to there and have him encamp for winter. So we shouldn't take attrition. We've seen the mission. We've gained a devious attendant. Grants +2 cunning and +2 authority. Authorita. +2 cunning and +2 authority. We'll keep it for now. And Che, wow, that's a hard one. Che de mi, I believe that's how that would be said. Che de mi is available to be hired, but we're not going to be hiring him. We're now losing 79 gold per turn, but fortunately, thanks to Yangzhou, we have a sizable float to work with. Now we have to strike quickly. Hello, Liu Dai. Now you want to marry Liu Huimin to Cao Run. Our character will join their faction. Oh, so when I married Cao Song to Liu Huimin, Cao Song actually went to Liu Dai's faction. Yeah, I'm not losing Cao Run, so no, Liu Dai. I'm sorry. This looks more confusing than the general game. There's a lot more going on than the general game. Just... Okay. Let's move Cao Cao where he can still encamp, which would be there. We'll encamp him. We shall move Cao Run. We'll just bring him all the way up behind Cao Cao. And Cao Cao has gained another rank. Excellent. Which I think we said we were going to put in nobility, weren't we? So Yangzhou doesn't look like it has an army stationed there, but it does have a garrison of 11 units, which is fine because we have an army of 14 there plus 5, so 19 plus 5 officers, so you know we are bigger than they are. And it is spring again, so we get another reform. Last time we got military markets for the supplies. You know what? An extra trade agreement wouldn't be terrible, because we could start building relations with people using trade. So let's get foreign envoys. Though they come from afar, unknowing of our ways, the foreigner may yet prove to be steadfast. And let's see if there's anybody we can get a trade agreement with. Yuan-Shu maybe will have one. So we'd have to negotiate with him.
欢迎。
Oh, I don't think that'll be too hard. If we click make this work, what do you want? 74 gold for a trade agreement. Sure, why not?
我方同意了。
Excellent, so now Yangzhou likes us a little bit more. And
强者志气一坚，绝不
we...
苟且。
Oh, we already moved, didn't we? Yes. It's spring though, so I will save the game again. I have had cases before where Total War games have ended up with like a weird glitch, which basically if you don't do the thing that glitches on a save, then it proceeds, it's fine. But sometimes like the last autosave or the last save was too close to the glitch for you to not have it happen. But having 3, so you can go back 2 turns and make sure it doesn't happen, is a pretty good way of getting around it. Say for instance, if attacking Yangzhou, or if there was an army in Yangzhou and it always comes out to attack me, I could go back 3 turns before I'd moved my armies down there so that it couldn't attack me and glitch. Guangzhou, we give you military access and you give us 500 gold. Can we see who you're at war with? No, not really. What if I go to negotiate? Yes, then we should be able to. Trading with me and the Han, and at war with Zhang Chao and He Yi. He Yi is next to him, and I don't know where Zhang Chao is. I don't think Zhang Chao's on the other side of me though, so he doesn't really need military access, but hell, if he's going to pay me for it, sure.
你我言语轻快如流。
Thanks, mate. Generals wounded. Okay, she's just telling me shit that I already know. Fear of assassins. You boast to your guards of a 6th sense that protects you from assassination, and conspire with a servant to prove it, promising a handsome reward. The next day the servant arrives to play their part, with a dagger secreted beneath their robes. With all your officers watching, you decide to act. So, I've seen this one before, and the absolute Cao Cao thing to do would be reveal the assassin, which costs us a bit of money, but gives us 3 turns of vigilance, which gives +2 cover cost for enemy spies. With a cry of "Assassin!" you had the guards seize and imprison the servant, releasing and rewarding them a few days later. Sure. Right, so we'll move Sauron to the edge of that circle. So he should be able to reinforce Cao Cao now when we push Cao Cao forward. Let's just check these. We've gained a diviner. +3 morale when commanding. I don't believe that Cao Cao has any space. No, he doesn't. But Sauron is a commander, and he has space. There you go, Sauron. And Han An Yue is available for recruitment, but we're not going to recruit her. Yangzhou. Alright, this is a walled city. They have 2 turns until their supplies deplete. So we'll build a ram and we'll start sapping underneath their walls, and then we shall continue the siege. And we have 1900 gold
决定了百姓能在
We're
粮食
doing
短
really
缺
good on
或
food,
围
so we
城
don't really
时
need to
支
upgrade the
撑多久。
livestock farm just yet.
库存是粮食生产中的
We're
余
doing
粮。
awfully on public order though. Good lord. We could build a Confucian temple, which would improve that by +4, but it's currently at -8. Jesus. Alright, let's get a Confucian temple on the go. Wow. Chun Commandery is not happy. There'll be a rebellion in 11 turns. I think we've got plenty of time to sort that out.
我们不会攻击你的。
Liu Biao! He wants the devious attendant. He will give me a non-aggression pact and 1,000 gold. Sure, I've yet to find a place to put him, so you can have him.
维护公共秩序至关重要。如果百姓变得不满，很可能发生叛乱。
So now we have 2,500. The Confucian Shrine is complete.
在征服一座城镇之后，
We actually have enough
你
to
需要一
upgrade
定
it
时
to a
间来
Confucian
赢得当
temple,
地百姓的支持，
which
以
should
确
solve the
保
public
长
order
治久
problems.
安。
So let's do that. Oh.
微小的胜利。
Okay, so even though we traded for it, Chun
有
farmlands.
丰富的自然
Jesus.
资源，占领之后必定有助于大。
Shush. Even though we traded for it, Chun farmland still needs to go from 0 to 100 faction support, which is partly why we're having public order problems. So in there, yeah, -1 is from faction support. Okay, I see. It's currently harvest season. Yangzhou. Non-aggression pact. Don't know, where do you live? To my west. I mean, short term that might be a good idea, but mid-term I'm going to want to kill him anyway. So, since you're not giving me anything for it, no. Curious, but acceptable.
有时你必须率兵通过中立派系的领土，如能缔结军事通行条约，就能。
Yeah, I know that. Han Fu signed a peace treaty with Dongmin. Okay. Collapsed tunnels. Collapsed. Our enemy is insipid and wily. The men you sent to sap beneath their defences are discovered. The foes collapsed the tunnel, dashing our hopes and trapping the noble sappers. There is little hope of rescuing them now. Our plans to swiftly end this siege, too, are now doomed. Wow, they destroyed my sapping equipment. Okay, and we've gained the rights of Zhou. It's good for an administrator, gives +10 income from peasantry in an administered commandery. Nice. Okay. You've got no turns left until their supplies deplete. We'll continue the siege. Don't fancy a costly assault, to be honest. We've got a crap load of credibility. So we should maybe look at spending that somewhere. Oh! I wonder, who are you at war with? The Han, Cai Mao, Liu Biao, Dongmin, and He Yi. Oh, you're not short of enemies, are you? Oh, Christ, if I threw him at Yuan Shao, it'd probably just be one enemy too many for him. Unfortunately. What is this? Their strength compared to you. Okay. Can I... That's Yuan Shu's opinion, like people's opinion of him, because I've got him selected. Nobody likes him. Like, I have more friends than you, Yuan Shu. Okay, we're in autumn, which means it's going to be winter next season. How's our military supplies doing? Well, we're in hostile territory, which is losing us 30, but we're gaining 40 per turn because of characters and reforms, so Cao Cao can't run out of supplies? Oh, I mean, I guess winter's going to lower him a little bit more, but still. What about Cao Run? He's not in hostile territory, he's reinforcing from our territory, so he's not losing much either. Now he's losing 5 from the terrain, but he's still gaining a lot. Let's see what it looks like in winter. How much supply do we lose in winter? Yeah, I know. He Yi signed a peace treaty with Yangzhou. Cool, good for them, I guess. Supplies! Supplies! We are now losing 15 this turn, but I mean, we're still at max to start with. Cao Run is actually, despite climate and terrain, is still gaining supplies. So really, we're in a good position to siege this city as long as we need to. We've built our Confucian temple in Chun City, which means that our public order is starting to climb. Population is on the decline by 1,000 because of public order, so that'll change once public order stabilizes, so that's fine. In Yangzhou we're actually increasing in population. Okay, I think all we need to do is continue to siege Yangzhou. Who broke what, Stopple? Dongmin wants peace with us. We will receive payment from Dongmin for 1,000. Well, no, because if I make peace with Dongmin, he's the one that's got the Child Emperor, which will mean I'm at peace with the Han. So, sure, you can have oh, okay. I was just going to say, just give me a load of the Han's land and I'll accept, but I guess not. Faction emerges, Yellow Turban Rebellion in the town of Taiyuan. Corrupt official. Your siege continues, with no side yielding any ground. Starvation and disease must be taking hold, yet still they do not relent. One morning, however, a bird arrives from beyond the walls with a message. A local official will open the gates for a price and let your troops through. Sure. Fan Cho is available again, which tells me that somebody employed him and not for very long. What is his previous allegiances? Where is that? Oh, it's there. No, he was still serving Dongmin. He's a spy. He has to be. It's the second time he's been put in the pool. And Sui Chi as well is available, whoever he is. Right, now if we attack... no, the gates are open, the wall strength's down. 3 turns until surrender. At this point, I think we just wait the 3 turns. Doesn't feel like... Oh, hello. Huang Fu Song! Oh my god! One of the top Han generals against the Yellow Turban Rebellion, which initially broke out in 184 AD. This game starts in 190 AD, so the Yellow Turbans that are in it are like the remnants of the rebellion. They're not the main rebellion. Huang Fu Song was one of the guys that put it down. I went offline for a bit. It didn't say... I don't... Streamlabs isn't telling me anything like important. Right, he's got 2 units of Axe Band and himself. So I am going to... Wait, can he cross that river? No, he can't. Which means he can only come this way. Hmm. Two units of Axe Band. Is that going to sway the balance in their favour? Probably not. Even if he does come down and join. We would have medium casualties. I'm going to delegate it so that we take the city. I'm not going to fight it because the gates are open, the walls are damaged. Like, you know, their units are smaller. And potentially, like, the towers might do more damage to me milling about than it would to the AI. We're predicted medium casualties, so we'll just take Yangzhou. We will occupy.
我军已攻占此地。
此处建筑由于围城战受到了损毁。
Yeah, that's fine.
正义必胜。我等应设宴庆贺。
Okay, so we did take casualties, but Huang Fu Song's still got no hope in hell of beating us. And maybe now that he can't relieve the city in time, he'll just go away. Liu Yao looks to have taken... No. Oh, there's Jiang Chao. That's why Kongzhou wants to walk through my land, because Jiang Chao's on the other side of it. We will move Cao Run into the area around the city.